All right, guys. When Evil Lurks. It came out this year, just a month or two ago. Directed by Damien Rugna, starring a bunch of foreign names. It's out of Argentina. Let me read you the plot real quick.
Which does bother me. A lot of stuff online, they're like, this is the first Spanish film I've ever seen, and it's like they speak Spanish, but it's not from Spain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's from Argentina. But how is this the first Spanish film you've ever seen?
Don't ask me.
That's crazy.
I saw it in multiple reviews or synopsises. It was like,
I guess a lot of them don't go to theaters around here. They're not mainstream.
I think a ton of people just aren't exposed to foreign films. They don't seek them out or watch them because people don't like reading. I don't think I love
feel that.
films.
I hear that.
I don't like reading, but I like reading subtitles.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
right.
There's something to watch while I'm reading.
It's minimal reading, and there's a visual aid along with it. So But let me read the plot. Set in an apocalyptic Argentina, When Evil Lurks follows brothers Pedro and Jimmy, who discover their neighbor's son has been possessed by a demonic force. In this world, people who have been possessed need to be handled by professional cleaners, as simply killing the person will only cause the evil to spread into the minds of those nearby. The local police and politicians don't seem too keen to help out, so the brothers have to take matters into their own hands, which proves more of a challenge than they bargained for. Yeah, so what did you guys think about this movie? Your initial thoughts,
It's gnarly.
Yeah.
It's
very gnarly.
Grisly and violent and shocking.
Yes,
times.
it is.
And it's a different take on possession and zombies.
Yes.
It's kind of like a video game take, I thought. But they don't have to fully explain everything.
Like a horror game.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll tell you,
the evil bounces from one person to the next, and it's contagious in a way.
There's a few inappropriate things I said to Joe immediately after seeing the movie.
Yeah.
I said, this guy's life is looking up. He's got no more nagging ex-wife, no more overbearing mother. His autistic son is fixed.
Is fixed.
He was fine when he walked in there.
Yeah.
What's up, Grandma?
And then I also said, imagine how strong the demon would be if he possessed a Down syndrome kid.
That's awful, but
because in the
After you
movie,
die laughing.
because in the movie it is funny because she goes, I've seen this a lot with autistic people. The demon can't figure out their brain, so sometimes it's trapped for a while.
and then it gets stronger or whatever. It takes control. Yeah.
That was kind of a cool thing to say and show how it's just stuck. He's twitching and
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do.
His hands and feet were twisted up.
Yes, that was crazy looking with his hands. Yeah, but I like that idea though of it being like a plague and contagious, and
It was very cool.
it established the universe pretty well. Even though
it didn't over-explain it.
Right. It didn't
really explain it at all. It was-
until about midway through
Yeah.
when it had the rules, but it should have
They were very
established those beforehand.
Still vague though in the rules.
That's what I'm saying. There was no reasoning to the rules really. Why is it that way? Why is it? Why
who
can't
made them up and
Well,
what?
that's
You,
why
you don't really need it
why
fully
can't-
explained. It's
Why
just
can't
kinda,
you use guns?
Which
or
I
what
get
have
it.
you?
I oddly liked that it was it didn't explain it kind of because it was just this is the way it is and doesn't need
Everyone knows
explanation.
about
This
it.
is just it.
I wanted more reasoning though. It
I
just bothered
get
me
the
a little
complaint,
bit.
but I
'Cause
don't know.
it was just
why I think
unclear.
it worked.
I thought it showed enough to where you get the point. You don't touch the sick people and you don't mess with them, and everyone is aware of this sickness going around. And
Yeah, but I just
leave
want to
it
know
be.
why though. The rules are those rules. Why? How did they figure them out? And why are they?
It was obviously a thing that's been going on for a long time because they were
yeah,
well, it's not
it's
going
just
to touch the farm country.
commonplace and
But why is that though? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you use guns? And
You don't
why
always need things fully explained to be
Yeah.
well, this just is tough for them.
Yeah, it just seemed unclear. But anyway, you're right. It is a fresh take on the demonic possession zombie movie
Very
outbreak. type.
tense and full of dread at times. You're just oh god, this is you're just stressed out.
Oh
a lot of
man,
times.
I'll tell you which scene in particular got me was the car ride with the son and the son, two sons in the back, and the grandma. I thought something was
Yeah, you
for
thought something was
sure
gonna
happened to that grandma, but it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, thank God.
So it flirts a strange line between it's very shocking and gory, but it's also slow and cerebral. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
it flirts the line and does both things well, in my opinion.
It does, but then the pacing was strange at times. It's super fast at times. Sometimes it just dragged on, in my personal opinion.
I could see that.
But
the shocking moments were shocking though.
they were
you're
very shocking.
Good Lord.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a bit. You guys know I don't like animal violence, and that scene kind of upset me. But I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? It's a movie or whatever. But like that scene was shocking.
It was so stressful when she was doing ring around the nose here on that dog.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god,
oh,
that too.
God.
Violence against kids. I don't.
Dude, the dog attack
like-
was so sick.
It was too much,
So
man.
good.
It was
I
so
loved
good.
it.
Yeah.
It was too much, man. It
But
was
they
like
redeemed it by bringing her back, and she didn't have cuts or anything. So you're like, okay, she wasn't like torn up.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They didn't show like grisly violence. They just showed the dog like shaking her and.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, because your mind runs wild. I mean, it's really the viewer doing the most of the work.
Yeah,
as
you're
far
filling
as-
it in,
Yes.
filling the blanks.
That was one of the most stressful moments in a movie I can remember in a long time.
Very
She's just like
stressful.
looping around the dog, and you're like, oh, it's coming. Like you know the dog got her on the blanket and is possessed,
Right.
and he's just gonna tear her apart.
I was very stressed that they were gonna show the
Dog dying.
No, the dog taking off her head, or
Oh.
even worse, like get graphic with
The
it. You
rag
know what
doll
I'm
was
saying?
bad enough.
The rag
You're like,
doll was
whew.
bad, but it wasn't like super graphic.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't do like head stuff, and man, but yeah, super disturbing, shocking scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm always uncomfortable during that kind of stuff, like animals and kids. You know, you involve that, and I just get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, because a lot of when you watch horror movies and there's like a shockingly violent part, if it's like against like a creature or like a man or an adult or something, you're like, oh, that's fun. It's like fun. Whereas like it takes some of the fun out of it for me with the kids and
It gets
animals.
to a point where it's like taboo in your mind. You're like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's
I can't.
too much.
Sometimes I can't do it, but yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I know how you feel. Whatever.
Fuck them kids.
I mean, I have a kid, and I was fine with that. I was like, eh.
Yeah, that says a lot.
It's a
actually.
horror movie, so
Joe's the only one of us with a kid, and he was fine with it. So that says a lot.
It was beautifully shot for like being so dark.
It
Like so much of the movie was so dark, but I feel like it was still shot pretty good.
It was well.
It was very cool.
The cinematography was great, and as well as the practical effects.
yeah, the
Yeah.
bloated demon
The
dude,
bloated dude
looked
Dude, yeah, the
gross.
gore, the gore and the effects was awesome.
Yeah,
Like you could smell the frickin' rotted. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Through the
it looked
screen.
disgusting. And then they're trying to drag him on that tarp, and he's just leaking fluid
Oh,
everywhere.
it was
You're like,
disgusting. You could feel it.
oh. Yeah,
And then I loved this a review from Letterboxd that I'm just taking like a quick tidbit of the review. It just said it makes Speak No Evil look like Paw Patrol. Did you watch that Speak No Evil
Yeah,
movie?
I liked
Dude,
it.
I disagrely wholeheartedly with that statement, but that's a funny statement.
yeah,
it was
I
just
would
funny
agree.
to me.
Until the end of Speak No Evil. Where
Oh,
it's just
Speak
like,
No Evil
ah.
is just grim.
Yeah,
I didn't love it as much as some other people did.
Speak No Evil?
Yeah, just
I
because I,
really
felt
enjoyed
like
it.
I liked
didn't
it.
love it.
I liked it, but I felt like they were so dumb, and that dude was such a pussy. It was hard for me
That's
to
what's
like
frustrating.
feel with him.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't feel
Yeah.
for him because there's no way in. I mean, some of the circumstances you can understand, like you're not gonna like step up or whatever, but like some of them, it's like, okay, come on, this man is
Just going along.
yeah, just literally letting them do whatever they
The
want
whole-
to him and his wife.
Yeah, the whole end of it, you could like try to argue that you'd be like, well, you'd be terrified and wouldn't be able to react, but you would. If
You
someone
would.
cuts out your kid's tongue, you're not going to sit
You're
there
going
and
to
be
fight
like,
for your
"Oh."
life. Yeah, you're going to fight for your life. But let's get back to the movie. Yeah, but grim, bleak, disturbing, shocking, violent, gory. And it's a stressful watch, right? Very
Yeah.
stressful.
The scene where she's walking down the road with the kid and they're just like digging the brains out.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god,
"Whew,
that one was just for shock value, man. Like
You
know
like
what I'm
slinking your
saying?
seat, just like, ah.
some
You're defeated.
That's one of the things that bothered me about the movie is a lot of it I think was just shock value in my opinion. And I think some of it didn't pay off for me. And I don't really know why that is.
It was too much, you're saying?
It was too much, and it was like the payoff wasn't there. I don't know. I wanted more. I don't know why the story just didn't do it for me fully.
Didn't grip him.
Yeah, I didn't care for the characters that much. If I'm being honest, I really didn't.
I mean, I wanted him to get through because he was having a rough go. Like,
Oh man, everything that could go wrong went wrong. It freaking went
other than
terribly.
his ex-wife getting taken out. That part was okay.
Yeah, right. That was crazy.
Yeah, she got wrecked.
Man, that was
And
crazy.
she was still after him. That chick sucked.
Man. But yeah.
No. I'm pretty glad I went and saw it in theater instead of just waiting for it to get on Shudder, which it is on Shudder now, so anybody can watch it.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad I saw it in theaters, and give a shout out to Nick Z, who tattoos me, because he's the one that told me to see it in theaters instead of waiting.
Okay.
So I went to Chris's little brother's wedding, and I was standing in line to like pee, and Nick Z was just going, Mr. Shaw, have you seen When Evil Lurks? And I was like, no, I figured I'd just wait for it. And he's like, I think you should see it in theaters. And then we went and saw it like the next day.
I mean, I was going to see it regardless.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, but it was good. It did have a lot of redeeming qualities, and I think a lot of horror fans out there can appreciate it for different reasons. You know, but I don't think it broke through, in my opinion, for me personally, like into like a great horror movie. It was
like super memorable.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't think it was great. I mean, I will remember some of the shocking violence from it, but that's about it. I mean,
yeah, I get that.
Let's get to our ratings of it. I gave it a 6.5 myself.
Go ahead.
I gave it a 6.
I have an 8.5.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Because I did.
Yeah. Wow.
It. Also, that has to do with like a lot of possession movies. I don't love.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Well, this was fresh.
It was a little different.
Like it was different, and I appreciated like it was a possession movie, but different than what you're used to.
Yeah, it's more not just. It's not like
All of them do like the same stuff in
and like the
movies.
good practical effects. Like it wasn't garbage jump scares and CGI.
exactly.
Right.
It didn't rely on that bullcrap, but yeah, it didn't rely on like religion as well. Like most exorcism movies, it's like about Catholic religion and all that.
I think I was more with it until they got to like the school of kids, and then it kind of started to lose me a little bit. And they also were like all those kids were sitting in the seats and teaming up. I was like, all right, this is a little off the beaten path for me, but
Yeah, I agree. It lost me a little bit in the third act as well. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think this is a watch it ASAP, watch it whenever, or skip it?
I think watch it whenever because it's on Shudder. So
I agree with that.
Holiday
I would also
season.
agree. Watch it whenever.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I would say because if you have Shudder, watch it ASAP because it's free.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
it's not for the faint
it's
of
not
heart.
for
so be
everybody.
ready.
And
Be
yeah, I
ready
wouldn't
for some
say
rough
rush
stuff.
to see it in theaters because
No,
you're not all freaks like me.
Right. But yeah, that's a watch it whenever. And yeah, guys, that's our review for When Evil Lurks. Check that one out. And if it's the horror season, so it's the perfect time to watch that. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Later.